Hello and welcome to our cool... Did I actually launch the OBS program? Okay, I did. Never mind. We're good. Sorry. Welcome back to our closing thoughts video for Pyre. We're gonna go ahead and do versus mode real quick while we talk about
Commence.
Oh god, I've already forgotten how to play apparently.
Didn't see it coming.
Oh boy. Anyway, yeah, so as we talk about our closing thoughts video, yeah, so overall, I want to say the game was absolutely enjoyable. I can't really think about anything that was necessarily bad about it. Okay, sorry. Maybe playing something this active was not a good idea for closing thoughts, but, you know, I want you to actually have something to look at as opposed to just me meandering about random bullshit. But yeah, overall, game... Oh, shit. Overall game, I'd say, is pretty solid. I definitely enjoyed my way through it. And I think that, oh god. I think that you too would enjoy it if you were to go through. You know, the concept of battle is relatively simple. There's nothing super difficult about this. The whole 3v3 sort of basketball, but not really, because you also have to die. I'm pretty sure in basketball they don't kill you when you're playing or when you score a basket. You know, I haven't seen basketball in a couple of years, but oh lord, what is going on? That was a... Holy Christ, what is... Hold on. Is Firefox fucking us again? Alright. Maybe, I don't know. But that was... Holy shit, I don't know what that was, but it's extremely annoying. But yeah, anyway, you know, I haven't played basketball in a couple of years, but, slash seen it, slash whatever, but I don't think that this is exactly how it plays. But yeah, no, it's simple enough, overall, as far as, you know, the more active, I guess, part of the game goes, where you just do this nonsense. But, still, pretty enjoyable. The story itself, you know, it's not necessarily something extremely profound, but it's something that you enjoy going through. At least I did. And as such, you know, I do recommend it. Oh. Yo. Alright. Yeah, but yeah, as such, I do recommend it. I don't know, as far as replayability, how replayable it is. I imagine, depending on which companions you choose or don't choose to take with you at specific points. Yo, really? Can we not fly over this? But yeah, I'd imagine the companions you do choose or don't choose to take with you during specific points of the game will give you different dialogue, etc. So it has probably some minor replayability. But other than that, it's the same. You know, it's the same game all the way through. So, you know, it's not like the mechanics for the game change halfway through. Oh god, it's very difficult to keep a concise thought flowing while we do this. Let me be the first to tell you. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore at this point. So let's narrow it down to something nice and quick. Story, yes, fun, enjoyed going through it. Basic mechanics for this part, yes, you know, it's relatively easy. It can be made complex depending on what you do. So overall, enjoyable. If you're not into the basic concepts, that would of course make it much more difficult to play. Oh god, I feel like I'm not really speaking cohesively. This is so much. I set the CPU to be as difficult as it can be, so this is something that requires a little bit more attention than you may have thought it would. Oh god. Holy Christ. Oh my lord. You know what? I think I'm gonna maybe have to restart the video after this again. Oh, alright, no worry. We're fine. Okay. I'll probably put a skip before. I'll probably put a skip in the video to this part, because I don't think I've actually said anything coherent as of yet. Sure, it's, versus versus mode. Oh my god. Okay. Right, so where have we left off? Yeah, so the mini game with basketball, you know, it's simple enough. You can control how difficult you want it to be through the blessings of whatever that you add to it. The story itself, you know, it's not necessarily something extremely, you know, thought-provoking or something along those lines, but, you know, it's interesting enough. The world they build around what you do is, you know, it's fine. The art, holy Christ, is the art good? I still can't get over how good it is, to be honest with you. You know, like every one of those regions are so differently and vibrantly colored that it's really like it's really well done. It looks like somebody spent a shitload of time on that. You know, if I were, I guess, if I were majoring in an art class or something, I'd imagine one of those landscapes would be like one of my final drawings to present to a class. Although I don't really know how a degree in art necessarily works, so let's go with CPU strength 1, so I have some time to actually think. Yeah, so I don't necessarily know how an art class or how an art diploma is earned, but I'd imagine there's kind of like portfolio that you have to do.
Exiles.
Yes, Hark Exiles. Oh.
You stand upon the glade of Liu.
But yeah, so
Each of you
all that
seeks
stuff's
to
pretty
be
good.
free
Again, as I
from
previously
this
mentioned,
forsaken
replayability.
land.
I would imagine that you have different
Try not to let the pressure
conversations, etc., depending on who stays and who goes, who you free initially, etc., that would lead to some replayability if you wish to replay it. But other than that, you know,
conduct the
the story doesn't change between playthroughs. It's still the same story, so that's that. Also, I really do like the concept of you free people who you enjoy the most, and you enjoy the most those people that are, well, A, of course, they have an interesting character, but B, more importantly, is, I guess, their powers, right? So Pamitha, for me, for instance, was like a pretty hard crutch I leaned on, because I just like the way that she plays, and as such, I didn't want to, on the one hand, I did want to free her as quickly as possible, because I like the idea of her, because of her usefulness being able to ascend back to the Commonwealth. But on the other hand, you don't want to free her because, like, the people you have to fall back on are less useful than, you know, she is. Or maybe you just have to learn their playstyles or something along those lines. But, yeah, actually, we should probably, I don't know, go with this boy. Let's go with the original trio this time. Her, and, choose Edwin, her,
Jodariel.
and Ruki, who had this thing, right? So it's like, you know, the concept of having to choose a character like that kind of sucks, but on the other hand, I like how that's done. And yeah, oh god. Overall, really the only downside I could say the game might have, and even then it's not really a downside, it's just something I personally would have preferred it to have, because I'm the world's laziest asshole, and you know, sometimes I have a hard time reading, and as such I would have, damn it, and as such I would have really hoped, or I would have really preferred that the, you know, the game would have had more voice dialogue, or in general, I think, like, if it would have had voice dialogue, it would have definitely made it, you know, more enjoyable. But it's not like it not having voice dialogue made it less enjoyable. It would have been just a nice bonus on top, if you will. So, as such, I can't say it's necessarily negative. It's just something I guess I would have preferred for it to have. But yeah, other than that, really, I have nothing bad to say about it. It's, you know, it does what it does, and it does it well. So, oh Christ. So yeah, if we were to have to put a number on it, I'd probably say this would be, in general, this would be 8 to 8.5 range. Definitely heavily preferring 8.5, or even maybe I'm gonna go ahead and say it is 8.5, because dude, it was fun. It was fun. I can't say anything bad about it. It was not, again, like I said previously, it was not a, you know, an amazingly thought-provoking experience, but on the other hand, did not strive to be such thing, and as such, you know, it was necessary to become thought-provoking like that. Sorry, again, I'm gonna kind of have a, there we go. Hey, like a quick brain fart as I try to actually beat these super easy CPUs. So yeah, recommendable, absolutely, if you know, want to drop some time on something like this, it's not something I'd say was a bad experience or something not worth dropping time on. But yeah, just a solid game overall. 8.5, definitely sit there. And with that right being done, and with me making something much longer than I had initially anticipated, return to versus mode, purely because I thought I was gonna get it all out in one right, but because the other one was so much more difficult than the one we just did now, I couldn't really think and play at the same time. But yeah, there you go. Those are our thoughts on Pyre. And I do actually hope that you get it for yourself, if not just to experience the art, or I'm sorry, if not to play the game, then just to experience the art, because holy shit, dude, I still can't get it. Like, when I described it as an LSD dream, it still holds true, and it's something that's just so beautiful to look at, man. It's, oh god, it's so goddamn gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. So gorgeous. But yeah, on that note, I think we're gonna go ahead and end this video, which ended up being way longer than expected, and I thank you for watching the playthrough if you did. If not, I don't really know what you're doing here. Seems like a closing thoughts video is something you do post-playthrough, not as the first thing to do a playthrough, but hey, you know what, it's your life and you live it as you want to. But yeah, I hope you'll join me for whatever we do next, but until then, you've been the audience, I've been OvoCephalon, and this has been one drug-addled dream of a playthrough. Goodbye.